Alright, looks like we're live. Hello, thank you for streaming at midnight. Going to be playing The Adventures of Batman and Robin on Genesis. I think most people are more familiar with the Super Nintendo version. This will be, is actually, I'm working on a review for this game right now, so you can get a sneak preview of my thoughts on it. The review won't come out for a few weeks, but yeah, so that's why I picked the game, because I've been playing it a lot this week. I think it's really fun with some severe flaws. No, it's a very strange game, which you'll see. But one thing it does nail, which you can probably see, is the visuals of the the animated series. Like this first part right here is just amazing. There's a lot of amazing looking things in this game for a 16-bit console. I am 99% sure I'm not going to beat it tonight. I've only beaten this a handful of times in my life. It's extremely hard, and partly in a good way. But you'll see. I'll talk about some of my comments on the game as I go along. Hopefully I can finish the first two levels. That will be an accomplishment, and you will see why. Yeah, just these really nails the look of the show. So these are power-ups. It's very important that you collect all of them and you stick to the weapon you want right away, because one of the really dumb design choices of this game is that when you switch weapons, you lose some of the weapon level, like the power of it goes down. And you really, especially as the levels go on, you really need powered up weapons. And you already lose, when you die and you lose a life, you already lose some weapon power. You lose a lot actually when you die. So having a weapon switch being penalized like that just makes no sense. I do like this game. I like it a lot, but like just some of the design decisions just are beyond belief. Especially with how good some of this game is. Like look at the buildings. How, you know, this simulating 3D looks amazing. One thing you'll also notice is that it's just throwing ass loads of enemies at me, and yeah. That only gets worse. God damn it. This is not a good start. You don't want to accidentally weapon switch, because then not only do you get penalized for switching, then when you switch back you'll get penalized again. Like, just why do you do that? Like, it just, the bad things in this game are so unbelievably bad. It's like, how do you even come, like, how does that even happen? This is the first boss. It's the first of 3 in the first level alone. God damn it. So the only reason I went so fast is that I upgraded my weapon to the maximum I could in that level. If I didn't, if I was on the base weapon, I'd probably still be playing that level for the next 15 minutes. Which all the more reason why, like, I'd have no idea why the weapon system is the way it is. This game is a lot of fun to play, though. This is one of those games where when you do figure out and get better at it, it's extremely satisfying. There's just one little problem with it. It'll become apparent, probably somewhere in stage 2. In fact, you might be picking up on it already. So this isn't really a boss fight yet, more like a preview, but it's coming up very soon. I mean very soon. So you mother. So this was where the boss fight will happen, and you're gonna see another really cool effect this game can do in a second. You see it in the background. This is just not something you see very often in 16-bit games. There's one thing I hate in retro games, or screens like this where shit just randomly falls from the ceiling. I hate that with a passion. No real reason, just a pet peeve of mine, to be quite honest. Oh, this is going to be tough. I really don't want to lose a life here. Oof. Oh. Oh, come on! What even hit me? And you see, my weapon's been severely downgraded. Oh, you. Ah! This is unbelievable. Oh, that's another awful thing about this game. Like, if you stand around, it'll just keep on throwing enemies at you. Even in that case, because I didn't move 2 pixels to the right. So did you see this? There's a lot of good things about this game, and a lot of, quite frankly, enraging things about this game. Like, now you see just the ridiculous amount of levels my weapon was downgraded for dying. And then there's this, what are you even supposed to do here? If I stop and attack, I can't get anywhere. And you see there, I had to move out of the way and get hit. Because I saw it was a weapon power-up, but I didn't know which one it was. So I didn't want to risk, changing my weapon and getting it downgraded. Just... Who thought that was a good idea? And how are they working for the same company that made the rest of this fantastic game. And you're gonna see that, you know, I'm gonna take down his health much slower than I did Harley Quinn, just because, you know, decided to screw, like, decides to downgrade your weapon power so much. This game is a breeze if you play it perfectly. It just makes it easier and easier on you. You make one mistake, and it just starts punishing you. And that's that. Now, level 2. We're gonna be here for a very long time. And honestly, this first portion of the level is great. It's probably my favorite in the entire game. It adds a vertical element. The boss is amazing, which you'll see. And then things take a turn for the worse. And here's Two-Face. Another weird thing about this game, and you know, just another thing that makes you scratch your head, is that when you get hit, you start flashing white. And you would think that means, oh, okay, that means I'm invincible. And it does for a portion of that. You don't stop, you become vulnerable to getting hit again before you stop flashing, which is incredibly confusing. And like, who thinks this is a good idea? Like, it just seems radically incompetent to me. And there we go. Accidentally changed my weapon. I am screwed. Well, now I gotta switch back again and get my weapon downgraded yet again. And why not switch it yet again? And this is the worst boss to have this weapon on. Normally this weapon is actually good for bosses, but for this one, where you have 4 different things shooting at you, it'd be nice to have a weapon that spreads out. And a stronger one at that. Not one that's been weakened 3 times in a row. And this is where some of the really amazing effects come in. Like something terrible, followed with something awesome. That's the story of this game. And that's that. Despite how annoyed I am, I'm in pretty good shape going into this next part, which is, like, could I say it's the worst part in the game? Yeah, I guess it is. Should it be? No. But you'll see. So again, really more amazing graphical effects the way you shift between these buildings. Alright, so that's the one I want. So this is weaker, but it spreads out, and that's helpful in this stage. There we go. Even though this game is difficult, it does give you opportunities to level up, to regain health quite often, especially as the game goes along. So they were aware enough to do that. I hope you like this sequence, because I'm going to have to do probably another 6 times before this level mercifully ends. I mean, we've already seen these circling black helicopters, what, 3 times already? So now that I have my weapon at maximum, like, those weapon power-ups are still... I still have to pay attention to them. And I can't just let them sit there, because I'll end up dodging into them, and most likely I'll switch my weapon. So just, it adds so much extra aggravation to the game for something that should just be so simply, oh god damn it. Something should be so simply executed. And I love this too, the way some of the weapons are just, one enemies just decide to be like, okay, let's kamikaze him. So you're seeing a boss here, and you might be thinking, oh, we're close to the end. No. There's literally 4 more bosses in this level. I'm not making that up. I hate this. It's like, oh, it's just gonna ram me now. That's good though. At least now the background is changing a little bit. And I guess this background is pretty impressive the way it's scrolling like that. But we're going to be looking at these clouds for a very long time. And that's the problem with this level. This shooter section is not even half done. And it would be one thing if there was like some variety here, but there isn't. How many times have I run into these stupid missiles already? Or these dumb helicopters? Like, this is an endurance test more than anything else. And I'm probably really overselling how much I dislike the game, because I do like it. I played it enough to beat it multiple times, despite this. And I like it more than the Super Nintendo version, but it's enraging because, like, I hate when games have such good things in them, and at the same time such awful things. Things that should be very obvious are detrimental to the experience. And here we go again with the missiles. How many times with the stupid missiles? And it looks easy, but when one of them hit you, it takes away a lot of health. Luckily it does this, I don't know if you noticed, but this level does try to help you a little bit. and that some of these weapon power-ups don't change color. So, makes it a little easier to deal with. You don't have to worry about timing it right and picking it up a split second after the color changes from what you wanted it to be. But they're not easily identifiable. You might be thinking right now, oh, we must be close to the next boss. We're not. And when we get to the next boss, you're going to be like, oh, we must be close to the end. And we won't be. Hey guys, it's missiles again! They knew you loved them so much, they decided to give them to you dozens and dozens and dozens of times. It's like I need to get these hearts. It's like a minefield. Came out through it okay though. More missiles, guys. This is one of those situations where when you tell people the truth about it, and you feel like nobody's gonna believe you because it's that ridiculous. It's like you just have to show them. Oh, God damn. I was doing so well. God damn it. And he decided to start ramming me. Because why not? Oh, I am absolutely fucked now. Right before the boss, of course. And of course, the ship is shaking up and down, because why not make it harder? Alright, so we're finally to boss 1. So now... Alright, only 3 more bosses to go. This is level 2. Oh, god damn it! This boss is so repetitive. This is basically what you have to do the entire time. Just circle around him. Alright. 2 more bosses to go. Not this weak-ass weapon. This is going to take forever. And there's no pattern to these missiles, so it's not even like you can try to plan a way to take them out. Because they're the biggest part of this. And even if I did, my weapon is so powered down, I wouldn't be able to do much to them anyway. And now I'm at the base weapon. I might as well just give up, because that's how poorly designed this is. Like, it's taking taking me like a couple shots just to take out the missiles. I was hoping this didn't happen because I don't want this to be a short stream, but like starting just this boss section over with the base weapon is just about the thing I want to do least in the entire world. Of course I missed most of them. Try it one more time. If you take this stage out of the game completely, it becomes a much shorter and infinitely better game. Yet another thing I don't like about this level is just the way it just shakes. Like the ship here just shakes up and down, you know, just to screw with your aim. Yeah, and my weapon's even downgraded. Fucking great! I think I'm going to cut the stream short just because I can't stand to play this level anymore. Like, it's just... It is one of the worst levels I've ever played. Like, even the level itself is split between fantastic and absolute garbage. And the game itself without this level would be just such an infinitely better game. That they put something that long and that hard and made the second level like I don't know, like I'm sure kids just gave up on this game once they tried that second level. Like, even to have the attention span to get through it, even if you're good enough, I don't know how you do. Like, it's every time I play this game, it's like I have a great time before level 2 and I have a great time after level 2. The only question is, can I put up with that? And the answer tonight is no. It's a shame too. This game could be an absolute classic 16-bit game. But like, I don't know, like, they have a whole completely different company make that second level, or even just that portion of the second level. Did they not play it and realize, I'm really bored, and there's still 20 minutes to go. I don't know. But thanks for watching tonight. I don't know what I'm going to play on Tuesday. It'll be better than that level 2, I can guarantee it. But I'll figure that out. I'll post it that afternoon. Thanks for watching. I do recommend trying this game, because it is fun. And honestly, I never say this. Use a level select to get past that second level. Don't even try it. Maybe play it a couple minutes just to see the cool way the buildings, you fly above the buildings, but other than that, there's nothing redeemable about that second level. Just skip it and move on to level 3 and 4. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good night.